to wait till we're live.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, like...
I'll tell you about my two experiences then.
Alright, we're in preview.
It's actually...
We're live right now.
Alright, perfect.
Oh, we're live.
I'm turning my headphones off. Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Hello.
It's me and PB&J.
Hello.
All the people that know what PB&J is... Oh, God. So...
PB&J stands for...
What does it stand for, John?
Power Bottom John.
It stands for Power Bottom John.
And I am quite the Power Bottom. I still don't know what that means.
If you're the Power Bottom, leave it at that. I like what you're doing there, Michael. That's good. That helps me a ton, especially because I can see... Oh, God. I'm so happy now.
Dude, he's hard.
I'm so happy because we have the camera there. That's amazing. So, yeah, Power Bottom John, we got him here.
Hang on a second. I'm going to search up what that means.
Don't look at it yet. We'll worry about it later. So...
What does it mean?
It's fine. So, get back into your story of what...
Yeah,
you passed out. So we were just getting into stories about passing out. John one time was working at Home Depot. He worked at Home Depot before he came and started working with us. And one night when he was working at Home Depot, I guess he passed out, so he's telling us the story now. Wait, give me mine. Give me my good one. No, that's not the good one. Give me the good one. I want to look at it. Give me the good one, you fucking cunt. Just let me see it. I don't have all day here. That was good. Alright, so continue with what you were saying. You passed out.
So, I worked at Home Depot before I worked here. I made a good decision to not work there anymore. And we had this party going on for New Year's, because, everyone worked New Year's Day.
Don't worry about me.
Don't plug it into that one. Plug it into the high-speed one.
Don't worry about me.
Is it working now?
And so, because we had a New Year's party, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go. So, I'm running off probably 6 hours of sleep from the 2 days beforehand. I did not sleep the one night because it was New Year's, and I just said, fuck it. And so New Year's happens. So it was New Year's Eve. I get 6 hours of sleep. Come in New Year's Day. Don't sleep New Year's night, right? January 1st and January 2nd. I don't sleep that night. I work January...
Get more over here so that John's not taking the edit as much.
Okay.
So it's January 2nd. I work a full shift. I get off at 11. I stay. I work a little extra till 12.
Look at you go.
And then the party starts at 1 o'clock. And so I get the stuff for the party ready.
Were you the party planner?
And everything. No. I was just one of the people that helped out, put it together.
Angela.
And then at 1:30, 2 o'clock, I'm standing there. We're all having a conversation. The whole store is just kind of out and about, all the employees. And then I if I remember correctly, I was in the middle of a sentence, and to me, I just kind of closed my eyes and went, hang on a minute. Apparently this hang on a minute went, and I just passed out. I was gone. I was 100% on the floor, gone. Jesus. And they could not wake me up, and they freaked out. They were like, someone just fucking keeled over and died.
In the Home Depot?
In the Home Depot.
In the woods department?
It was actually in paint.
Paint.
I was. All
right. So
I was going to grab.
What do you
stuff.
think caused it?
It was a multitude of different things. 1, a very bad diet. 2, no sleep. 3, extreme exhaustion. And 4, when I say very bad diet, I mean I thought intermittent fasting was cool, and I thought let's see how far I can push it. And I have figured out that I am borderline diabetic. So not eating for 3 days.
Did you just assume that, or have you been clinically?
No. My grandma had a little blood sugar tester, and
did she have you piss in a cup?
No,
piss in a cup for Grandma, Johnny.
And then and that was really bad. But yeah, no, I woke up 15 minutes after I passed out, and the paramedics were around me.
Just a heads up, we cannot simultaneously stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. We have to pick one.
Okay, well, just stick with YouTube for now.
Yeah, stick with YouTube for now.
For sure.
All right, so continue with your story. And
so the paramedics finally wake me up, and they're like, you're okay? You're all right? What's your name? Where are you? What day is it? What year is it?
Johnny PB.
And I'm answering all the questions correctly, so they know I'm okay. They ask if I want to go to the hospital. I tell them I'm fine. I'm not going to the hospital because I was not physically in harm.
Uh-huh.
But they want to make sure I'm feeling all right.
Yeah.
And so I'm in the back of an ambulance, and my boss comes out, and he's like, hey, John, because he's the guy who made me work the shift after New Year's. I was not scheduled that day. He called me 14 times
Okay.
throughout the day, just one day, to get me to come in. He's like, John, I really need you, man.
Okay.
I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Fine.
So you just work.
I'm coming in.
Okay, yeah.
So he's like, John, I'm really sorry, brother. Whatever I can do to make it up to you, whatever you need, let me know. A month later, he threatens my job.
Fair enough.
It
Well, I
was
guess I'll get into the story of why
quite the experience.
You need to calm yourself there, boy. So, I
Dude,
guess I'll get into
Dude,
a
the
little...
layers in the 3D printing are delaminating, and it's fucking hilarious.
So, let me see. I want to see what you're talking about.
The plastic's not heating up enough, and so all the layers are not melding quite as well. I should not be able to do that with my bare hands.
Did you just job it in half? Oh, that was way too easy.
Yeah.
It looks really cool, though.
It's gay honeycomb. Just use a square. It's so much more sturdy. But basically, when it comes, if you no, actually, seriously, take a. No, but if you actually look at this, you can see all the little layers and how they just didn't meld together properly.
So, I'm gonna let you. So this is how I passed out. So back in the day when I was in high school, I was a little bit of like a cheater. So I smoked a little bit of doobage back in the day. And so
I smoked a bit of doobage back in my day.
So when I was amongst the doobage,
Caleb, check your text.
I'll check my text in a second. So it's us and Zach, the huge. Make sure you're not like, you know how we did that one thing where we were live that whole time and Zach could see.
Me, it's, we're good this time.
Okay. So yeah, so pretty much what ended up happening was I had I guess I had smoked, and we had smoked. I don't know. This is a while back. It's weird because I don't smoke at all anymore. But I guess we had smoked, like, it was me, my friend, and then 2 other people, and we had smoked. I think it was 2 joints, and then we were going onto this weird sketchy bowl that I made. It was actually a steamroller that I made in woods class. The teacher knew what it was. He's like, I'm not gonna let you carve this out in woods class. Take it home. So I took it home. And so that was that. And so what ended up happening, though, was right after all of this.
So the teacher was like, I'm not going to tell anyone, but I can't let you do that in school property.
Yeah, exactly. He was a cool guy. You know who it is. You don't need to say the name, but you know who it is, Michael. So what we ended up doing was so I remember, like, oh God, I haven't told this story in a while. As I was sitting and, like, we were all standing for the entire time, and I immediately started to, like, not feel good. John, this is an interesting story. I mean, what did you do? What did you do? The fuck just juice into the napkin for?
This does not work well as a straw.
Dude. I'm trying to tell a story. All right, are you listening now?
I am listening. Yes, I've been listening this whole time.
All right, so I started feeling, like, really sick. Like, I was just not feeling good. And so
must have been some serious doob.
I was leaning kind of against the counter, and, like, my mind started to, like, you know how, like, when you stand up too fast and all the blood rushes to your head, and
and you're just kind of like,
it gives you, like, kind of, it almost looks like a television.
Yeah.
You know how you kind of have that television thing where it kind of goes and peaks
static.
And fades out. Yeah, that static kind of comes,
that's
peaks.
That's what I see all the time.
Yes, so it comes and peaks. You know, when you stand up too fast, it comes, peaks, and fades away. It would, like, come and peak and, like, get a little bit better, and then peak and get a little bit better, and then it would just, like, slowly just, like, stay and kind of get worse and worse. And I remember there was just a constant ringing. So again, back to you, Michael. There was just a constant, like, ringing. Like, it constantly was like. I remember I asked, like, who I was with. I'm like, do you hear that? But I was like. I was out of it at this point. I was like, do you hear that? Like, I was out of it, like, not feeling good.
Jesus
like,
Christ.
I was just not feeling good. And, like, it was just, like, so there, and I wasn't, like, saying anything to anyone, because I was, like, almost, like, it was, at that point when you were, like, high, you're almost weirdly embarrassed. It's, like, it's weird, dude. But, so I ended up getting where I'm, like, leaning kind of against the counter, and I'm just kind of, like, sitting there, like, kind of just probably like this, just kind of, like, rocking a little bit, like, just, like, with my eyes, like, half open. And the whole time, it's like that. I get that kind of.
Dude, that sounds like
it's
hell.
called, like, tunnel vision, I guess is what you would call it, where, like, it, like, kind of goes like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even think about it like that, but I just remember feeling just super, like, that lightheaded feeling of, like, that pixel, the television static, just, like, constant, and it acting like how when the blood rushed to your head, but, like, not peaking and going away, it just staying. like getting there and like peaking and like just kind of staying right around that peak and slowly getting a little bit worse.
Hey, let me
and so
ask you.
what?
When you were in this particular time, was it just doob or were you smoking a spliff?
No,
Because I had a very similar experience happen to me when I smoked a spliff, and literally,
it might have been.
here's the thing. So like,
I know what it is, but let me finish the story.
Well, I drove. Here's my story. I literally just went and drove home, just drove home, and literally just went and fucking. I passed out on the toilet, and whilst passed out, I shit, and then like the shitting made it way better. Like I literally woke up like mid shit, like I like just broke it off, and I was like, okay, we're feeling good now. All right, that cleared things up.
So I figured out what it ended up being, and I'll tell you at the end. So what ended up happening then is we were like about to leave, and so right as we're like getting ready to like stand up and leave, or like I was like kind of sitting. So I was like, it was like a counter like literally just like this. I'm probably gonna go out of view of the camera. It was a counter just like this, and I was just kind of leaning against it.
Yeah.
Just like leaning like this, and like I was just kind of out because it was like in the middle of this random dude's fucking kitchen. So like I was literally just like standing there, like just literally probably like this, just like leaning, like just like not feeling good, like talking to him. And they're like, okay, you're like we're gonna leave. I'm like, all right. And so I go, and it's like an L counter, and I like slide my hand along the counter because I'm just like, dude, I was like, just like out of it. I'm sliding my hand along the counter, and I guess I was kind of fast, and I accidentally like my hand accidentally dragged across an ashtray and like launched it, and it hit the ground. And right as it hit the ground, I went like this, and I just looked at Austin and just went back, just like literally straight, like just straight standing up, like my eyes just rolled back in my head, and I just dropped straight back, racked my head on the counter as I went down, and just like racked it, and then like all of a sudden I just like. I don't remember any of this. I don't even remember leaving. I just remember saying like, "Let's go." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "Thank God." And then I racked my head on the counter, and I guess like all I remember is waking up, and all I hear is Austin like, "Yo, dude, get up from like a distance," because he was like, "Fuck, did he die?" Like it was like from a distance, like, "Dude, get up, Caleb, get up." And I open my eyes, and I'm like looking at the ceiling. I'm like, "Did I just like sit down on the floor?" Like, that was what I thought. Like, did I just sit down? He's like, "No, dude, you just, like, literally passed out and, like, wrecked your head on the counter." I was like, fuck. Jesus. And so I just, like, I was, like, I was fine. I got up.
And was that it? You passed out, and all of a sudden you're like, all right, let's go.
I was like, what the fuck? I felt better. So I figured out what it is. It's when, if you're, like, I've heard of it. It's happening to more and more people. And so what ended up happening is like when you're smoking, if you don't breathe enough between when you like hit it, your brain doesn't get enough oxygen, and so your brain's actually starving of oxygen, and that's what's doing it. So
really? And
yeah,
the
that's
effects can last that much longer after that period.
Yes.
That's what I was told by like a couple different people. So
Yes.
I
then
don't know because those aren't the symptoms of hypoxia.
It's not your run-of-the-mill hypoxia. Only certain parts of your brain are not getting full oxygen.
so
And unfortunately, the parts of your brain not getting hypoxia, or the parts of your brain, the parts of your brain getting hypoxia are the parts of your brain that control motor functions and, all of your senses.
okay.
Which is why that's part of the reason why when you smoke a doob, things get a little funky.
Yeah, but then
Not super funky,
I-
but just funky enough.
I don't mean to be a dick or anything, but I feel like that just came straight from your ass.
YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming.
Yeah. I think the fact that I got this other one open is just fucking it. And so
Yeah, the viewers have been a little bit low too, by the way.
Let's try something.